Rise, Meg.
The Force will be with you.
Hello my dear friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, back with another video. Today we're going to give The Mandalorian a break and we're going to be focusing on the upcoming Lucasfilm project, Star Wars Ahsoka. While we have very little information at this point about the show and we don't know too much about it, we can start speculating. So this video is going to look at some big characters that we can expect to see or potentially see in Ahsoka. I'm going to start off by saying I'm not going to include Ezra Bridger and Grand Admiral Thrawn simply because I think those are very obvious picks, and if you're even remotely familiar with my channel, you know that I've spoken about those two characters many times in the past. So assume that those two are a given, and let us take a look at some deeper cuts. The first character is Hiroshin Jula, the beloved Twi'lek from Star Wars Rebels. Now there were rumours at the start of The Mandalorian Season 2 that she could make an appearance in a further episode, but it seems more likely that she will be making her live-action debut in the Ahsoka Tano series. So the main question we have to ask ourselves is what happened to her after Return of the Jedi? The answer to that question will help us answer where she is during the time of the Ahsoka spin-off series. After being created for Star Wars Rebels, Hiroshin Jula has gone on to become a small but important character in the overall Star Wars canon, popping up in several novels and comic books here and there. But what about where she is during the time of The Mandalorian and subsequently Ahsoka? Thanks to the 4-minute or so epilogue in the Star Wars Rebels series finale and to Forces of Destiny minisodes, it is known that General Hera Syndulla piloted her trusty Corellian freighter the Ghost in the Battle of Endor, helping to defeat the second Death Star. Immediately afterwards, she helped distribute food rations and supplies to the wanting Ewok populace and to defend them from a holdover Imperial garrison on the other side of the moon that was hell-bent on revenge. But it's in the months after the Rebel Alliance's victory, as it quickly transitions itself from a ragtag fighting force to the New Republic government, that Hera begins to shine. As seen in the still-releasing Alphabet Squadron trilogy of novels, the General is given both her own battle group and her own flagship, the Lodestar. From there, she oversees Hail, Meteor, Vanguard, and eventually Alphabet Squadrons, along with a smattering of support vessels, as they go from system to system in that galaxy far, far away to try and put down whatever remaining Imperial remnants there are. Along the way, she learns of the continued existence of the deadly 204th Imperial Fighter Wing, better known as Shadow Wing, and partners with the New Republic intelligence to try and eliminate one of the Empire's biggest threats once and for all, and becomes a target for assassination by the ace pilots for her troubles. By the end of the second Alphabet Squadron installment, Hera is left some 6 months before the Battle of Jakku. While it is left to be seen if Hera did survive the continued Imperial wrath until that point, if she has, it means she could make an appearance in The Mandalorian Season 3, or alternatively, and most likely in my opinion, the Ahsoka Tano spin-off series. The next character that could potentially return in the Ahsoka spin-off series is Barriss Offee. Now there is so much debate as to if she is alive or not, if she survived Order 66 or not, and if she will make an appearance again in live-action form. So what happened to her? We know that Tarkin was trying to have Ahsoka Tano executed for the crimes that Barriss Offee committed, so was the same punishment brought down upon her, or did something else happen to her? While she is one of the least likely people to appear, we cannot rule out anything at this point with all of the surprises that we got in The Mandalorian's second season. So the next option for a character who could appear in the Ahsoka Tano series is Sabine Wren. Now this is something that's going to be focal, I think, to the entire series, whether it's going to be a mini-series or one with several seasons. One of the big questions we had as Mandalorian fans during Chapter 13 was, where is Sabine Wren and how did Ahsoka Tano end up on Corvus? The last we saw them was in the Rebels finale when they went off to try and find Ezra Bridger. But here's the thing, Dave Filoni did say that the final scene of Star Wars Rebels may take place just before The Mandalorian. So it's not really entirely certain at this point where she fits into the timeline and how her actions may or may not have influenced Ahsoka going to Corvus, but we will find out in due time because I'm absolutely certain we are going to see Sabine Wren in live action form in the Ahsoka Tano series. The next character who might make an appearance in Ahsoka is Starkiller, someone you probably didn't think of as a candidate, but let me explain. A potential antagonist for Ahsoka, the apprentice of Darth Vader, may face off against her or prove to be quite the enemy. After all, she was the apprentice of Anakin, and him being the apprentice of Vader could make for some of that authentic Star Wars poetry. As George Lucas used to say, it rhymes. Next on the list is another pretty obvious one, and this is going to be Bo-Katan Kryze. We know from Chapter 11 that she had been in contact with Ahsoka in recent years, and since she knew her whereabouts on Corvus, it is possible that Bo-Katan will be in the show. Needless to say, Katee Sackhoff did a flawless job at bringing Bo-Katan from animation into live action. And finally, a character you probably didn't suspect. This is something that I read on Inverse and it really got me thinking. We could see Wolf, which is Dave Filoni's character. There has been a theory that's been popular on Reddit in recent times, and it's to do with the fact that Wolf may actually be the son of Wolf, the clone trooper who appeared throughout the Clone Wars and returned for Rebels as one of a small group of reformed clones who rejected Order 66. We have to ask ourselves why this would even matter. The theory asserts that the upcoming series Rangers of the New Republic and Ahsoka could both include the son of a clone trooper, tying the shows directly to The Mandalorian, Clone Wars and Rebels. Even though Trapper Wolf is one of only a handful of New Republic pilots we've seen recently, it's unlikely he'll become a major part of Rangers. After all, he is Dave Filoni and has many more important things to do, like writing Ahsoka and co-show running The Mandalorian Season 3. But that doesn't totally rule out the Wolf-Wolf connection though. Despite rumours to the contrary, clones can in fact have biological children, as confirmed in the canon YA novel Force Collector. However, Wolf having a son about Trapper's age would mean he would already be a father by the time he made his appearance in Rebels, unless the clone age regression trait is somehow genetic. Also, if this is true, then it technically means that Filoni's character and Boba Fett are technically related. But like I say, this is one of the more unlikely possibilities, but one which is worth thinking about nonetheless. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who could we see in the Ahsoka Tano series? Do you agree? Do you disagree with this list? I cannot wait to hear all of your suggestions. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy, and please also consider heading over to my Patreon page. For either $2 or $10 a month, you can get exclusive access to content that is not found here on this platform. I'm wishing you a great one, and I will see you tomorrow.